Hey, hi guys, welcome back. All right, so first off, the winner of yesterday's prize, which was those fairy wing earrings in that pyramid bag, that is going to groom. So that's the person's screen name that is the winner. So groom. If you would please take a quick peek in the description box, just copy and paste my email. Let me know where in the world you would like me to mail your prize to. So and I always suggest copy and paste my email so we make sure that email gets to me. I will respond to you within 24 hours of hearing from you. If you didn't hear from me, please know it's because I did not get a message from you. So please copy and paste and send it again. And then do double check whatever the address is that you're going to be giving me to make sure that that'll be the correct address. We make sure that you get your prize. All right. So before we begin today's prize giveaway, is I'm kind of like, it's all purple themed today, I guess. So actually, I know that the color tone doesn't really show you there. It's royal purple, whereas I'm kind of like in a dusty plum, but this is actually really vibrant royal purple pair of butterfly wing earrings. And it comes along with one of the little pendants. It's actually like a kind of like the tree of life, but again, it's purple as well. So if you would like to enter to win, you can just write butterfly in the comment section. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the channel. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and write that word butterfly. And then please don't forget to watch the video tomorrow so you know if it's you who won. I always tell you who the winner is right at the beginning. So there's no delays or question marks. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey, let's stick with a purple theme. Let's go with a purple deck for starters. So I always start these with something real that happened, always surrounding something that my dog has done. And today he encountered hail for his first time in his doggy life. And it was hilarious because he went and hid out under like this little overhang that by my little swing, my porch swing. And well, it's not porch swing, it's freestanding swing. And I was like, come on, Aries, come on, get in the house. And he did this dodge run, you know, the kind that you see in the movies where somebody's like zigzagging because, you know, they imagine that somebody is, you know, going to shoot an arrow at him or something. He did that run to try to get safely into the house without letting those weird frozen pelts of ice hit his furry little back. And I was cracking up laughing because he had no idea what that was and he was not into it at all. So we'll start this storyline with that thought process that, you know, sometimes something that we're simply unfamiliar with, we can at first perceive as something really negative. And we have an urgency to like, ooh, don't let that touch me. So I don't know if that'll factor in, but let's see. We start this story with a 7 of Cups. We've got a King of Wands. Okay. We have a 10 of Cups in the reverse. We have the Moon in the upright. Okay, so I'm just going to say it. This King of Wands, who's got the hots for somebody, they're thinking about someone and they're going, what happened to that person? I'm getting strange. I've got a storyline in my mind about this person that I'm interested in, but I can't read them. I don't know what happened. I can tell they must have had some kind of heartbreak, but I don't know what it is. This is an intriguing way for a story to begin, only because the King of Wands is our stable character, and he is questioning and wondering about someone else, someone who all he can see is like, I can tell that something must have hurt you. Something must have hurt this person. Something didn't go right in their life. This person is either there's maybe they sense an air of melancholy, or maybe they go, I know somebody did you wrong, didn't they? I feel like this King of Wands is very intuitive, very sensitive, but they don't know. They don't know what the storyline is here. They know that there's something cloaked or clouded or hidden. So they're like, oh, okay, there's more to you than what I can see. Well, it's actually really awesome that we've got a king who's standing there looking at it. And he's saying, and in time, I'm going to get to know all about you, aren't I? It's interesting because we start with that 7, and now we've got another 7 showing up, like bookends on either side of this. Let's they feel like they want to get to know the story behind this person. So we are dealing with someone who's fairly elusive right now, and it's the King of Wands who would like to who'd like to get to know them. There is a wonderful song by Heartless Bastards. Hang on. I think it's called Only for You. Oh, 5 of Cups. They're like, in time, I think I'll find out what the melancholy is or what the regret is. The only problem here is that unless this King of Wands is saying, in time, I'm going to find out what your story is. And boy, someone's got to regret messing things up with you. I wonder if this King of Wands is seeing somebody who's single and they're like, how could you be single? Hold on. Let's talk. Let's talk to that King of Wands, shall we? Tell me, King of Wands, what is it that you're seeing? Because your line of vision, justice in the upright. So, couple things here. Libra scales, Lady Justice is here. So this King of Wands could be highly perceptive. They could be someone who has, I mean, oftentimes this refers to like legality. Like this could be somebody who works like as a lawyer or somebody. So they're really good at smelling when something's off. They could be someone who's really good at sensing when it's like, I think you were a victim, weren't you? I can see it. I can hear it. I can tell the difference between Vic and Perp, you know, who was a perpetrator, who was a victim. I can tell. I can see it a mile away. They may be skilled in this for a reason. Maybe this King of Wands is someone who is like, unless they're looking at a Libra. I mean, maybe this is a fire sign looking at a Libra. But whatever this is, they're seeing something is not balanced. But it's almost like they've got this ability to be more perceptive and say, I can see that something happened to you that wasn't okay. Something happened to you that wasn't right. I don't know exactly what it is, but I got some pretty good hunches here. Tell me more. We've got a Page of Pentacles because you've given me just a few little signals. Just a couple little signals. The Lovers. Yeah, they already know. Somebody did you dirty in love. That's what this King of Wands is standing there looking at somebody and they're like, I've got every suspicion that the only reason, because they're confused, they don't have all the pieces of the story, but they can see that something doesn't add up. They know that somebody here got done dirty. It's a little like a poker tell. I don't know who this King of Wands is, if this is someone's friend, someone's neighbor, someone's, you know, just someone who's encountered another person and they're looking at that person and they're saying, you're giving me little clues that you were either jilted or someone bounced out and, you know, left you for somebody else, someone, you know, whatever this King of Wands is looking at. They're piecing together the story possibly fairly well. But they're also thinking, but if somebody bounced out and left you behind, that means there's a vacancy. Like this King of Wands says, this is a lover, right? This is somebody with a good heart. This is somebody who's passionate. This is somebody who's going, I have a feeling that you're single. Maybe for a reason that I think you got the raw end of a deal for sure. I get these little clues from you that somebody did you wrong. Somebody left you for somebody else. Somebody played head games, whatever this was. I can see it. I can smell it. You got a poker tell. But if somebody's not in your world, that means there's a vacancy. That makes it nice for a King of Wands. If they want that vacancy, they're like, I could fill that vacancy. I like this King of Wands. Like, I'm cheering for this person already. I like the way they think. I like the way they look at a situation and go, I got a feeling about this. Tell me, what is it that they think of with that moon? Because they're saying, but I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things I don't know. What is it that they're thinking on this? Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. They're thinking, but are you not wanting anyone in your life? Are you waiting for someone to come back? Are you hoping that whoever you dealt with is coming back in? Is this like some slow, long-term plan to have an ex return into your world? It's a good thought. That's a good thought, because I think that this, man, I'm just going to say it. I would not want to throw away a King of Wands. Let me tell you, if there's a King of Wands out there staring at somebody, oh man, snatch that person up. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, this King of Wands is someone who can be the Emperor. This King of Wands, this could be the one. No wonder this person is already kind of like sitting there questioning, wondering, like, what happened? What's your story? What's your situation? I can see something must have been something. Somebody did you wrong. But are you waiting for them to come back and make it right? Because you're meant to be with someone who's like a stand-up individual. You're meant to be with someone. It's almost like this King of Wands looks at this person and says, you're supposed to be married. Masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. I don't deal with genders. This happens to be a feminine emperor. But again, I don't care about that any direction we slice it, because these are all fictional stories. I care about the meat of the story, and we can substitute genders however we wish. This King of Wands is saying, your marriage material, like they're looking at somebody going, you're a freaking, like catch. You're supposed to be with someone who is like your person. You should be in this power couple. You should be protected. You should be loved. You should be cherished. You should be all these things. Is an ex on their way back in to sweep you off your feet? Or are you actually single because an ex hurt you and you don't know it yet, but like you're the one, like you're the person for me. If you're not the person for the ex, and you're the person for me. I feel like this person, this king sees whomever they're looking at as like, how is it possible that you don't have a ring on? How is it possible that you don't have somebody right now? Tell me a little bit about how they're seeing that 7 of Pentacles and that 5 of Cups. By the way, guys, my asthma has been funky again today, and I had a bunch to do today, so I kind of had to back off of readings, but tomorrow's my day off, so I will have a ton of time to focus on some readings tomorrow for all the zodiac signs. So sorry that these are so delayed, but what they're seeing here when they look at this, like in time, I think I'll get to know what your story is. But there's got to be somebody out there who's missing the heck out of you. I feel like this King of Wands sees somebody as this high value individual. They think that this person should be married. They don't know what the person's story is, but they say the only reason someone like you isn't with someone is because somebody screwed things up. By the way, I almost cussed there. I barely caught myself just now, but we'll say somebody screwed up things with you. Like that's what this King of Wands is seeing. I'm guessing that this King of Wands is pretty astute, and they pretty much, maybe they're a blunt speaker. Normally I would be, just not on YouTube. But this is like, they're saying, I know that with time, I think that you're healing, and I think I'll find out more about what your situation was. But I've got to say, there's got to be someone out there that feels like an absolute idiot for having messed things up with you. And they could be that person. It's like this King of Wands says, you know what's going to happen? The day that you finally maybe start opening up to me, how much you want to bet this Joker is going to come in just at that moment where maybe you're starting to give a little attention to me. It's funny because this King of Wands is like, what would they do? Let me put it this way, because they want to get to know whomever this person is that they're thinking so much about. They want to get to know this person. 4 of Swords. They're saying, well, honestly, though, I would want you to be totally healed too. So if I'm going to start getting to know you, the big thing that they want to know is, are you actually healed? And are you ready to cut an ex out if an ex showed back up? Would you give them the silent treatment because you don't need them anymore? Can you connect to me instead and not need that ex anymore? This is like this is a good questions for our King of Wheel of Fortune. This King of Wands is like, it's funny because I feel like this King of Wands, I don't know how they're this astute, but they are seeing, without knowing much of anything, they are piecing together a storyline in their head from what must have happened to where our character is right now to what will likely happen if they get a chance to get to know this person. They even are thinking like, I bet you that Joker who messed things up with you is probably sitting there in some serious regrets, and I'll bet you money they're going to pop back in, kind of like a like an unwanted gopher that pops up in the middle of your garden, you know. But it's time that you let go of that unwanted gopher. Like, there's no point in you thinking about that person. Have you healed? And I feel like this King of Wands is almost like, through their sheer I don't know if it's their force of personality or what, but they're saying it's time that you be over that ex now. I feel like they're thinking it, but I almost feel like they're tapping into, if this King of Wands is as sensitive, astute, and intuitive as they're coming across, they are able to pick up on the entire story of what probably happened with someone that they're interested in, complete with what will likely unfold, and complete with what both people actually secretly want, which is, I want to be done with the ex storyline. And I feel like that's exactly what they're saying. They're like mirroring it. This King of Wands is like, it's time for you to move on from that ex. Anyone that messed it up that bad really shouldn't be allowed to pop back in. That's somebody that hopefully you've healed from. Hopefully, if they do pop back up, you're ready to give them the silent treatment and really realize that you've moved on. And it's weird because I feel like they're picking up and reflecting the energy that whomever this character is. Let's go to that. Let's who is it that the King of Wands has this entire storyline about? Who is this character? I've been saying you, meaning that it's all been like from the perspective of that king talking. Okay, so this is really good. By the way, check it out, the butterfly wings. This is a great gift to be giving away today because it matches. I'm all about the matching sometimes. Well, I'm about the gift, the prize giveaway, if it matches with our storyline. I don't care about colors so much, although this does happen to match color-wise. I care about the fact that it fits into the story. So to really transform something, this is the Liberation card, which is actually, in any other deck, this would be the Judgment card, but it's in the reverse. So our lead character, yes, they could be a Scorpio, but there's someone who says, I'm not taking back an ex. I don't want to transform things with an ex. I've transformed other parts of my life so much so that I don't belong with an ex. So they've been in this vibe of like, I'm done. There we go. 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. So this character has been saying, the ex was a long time ago. I've learned how to love myself. I'm shy right now. Like, this is what our lead character is saying. I'm shy, but I have spent a lot of time making sure I'm good too. But here I am. I've poured some love into myself. I'm ready to offer my cup of love to somebody, but I am shy and I really want things to be peaceful. I feel like our lead character, and the reason I say shy is because it's octopus tentacles. Octopus are very, very shy creatures, very intelligent creatures too, but super shy. And you see that they, it's holding on to like a little olive branch. Like, I want something peaceful. I've worked really hard to make my life good again, to fill my cup again. I don't want any exes back. I never want to deal with an ex again. This is not something that could be transformed. That's a conclusion I've come to slowly but surely. I've rebuilt myself. My life is actually good. I'm happy again, and I filled my cup, but I am just a little bit shy. And that's been the thing holding me back with that. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune for this person in the reverse. And it's almost like I haven't offered my energy to anybody because I've still been shy. That's what this looks like. I gotta say, I think this is a pretty perfect alignment for this kind of a King of Wands who is like, kind of, I would say, more forward and more, they seem to be extremely good at summarizing a situation. They see it for what it is. They already sense it. They don't doubt themselves. And they're saying, I mean, true, I don't know everything about this person, but here's what I'm guessing has happened. And here's what I really hope. I hope that they're done with an ex. Well, the response over here is, oh yes, I'm definitely done with an ex. I want nothing to do with them. I've just been shy to like move forward into a new relationship. Maybe this person has I don't know. It kind of seems like they didn't want to disrupt the peace that they finally found for a little while, and then in, having a more peaceful realm, they might have also, without meaning to, kind of been shy enough. Octopus tend to tuck themselves away pretty quickly, because they don't know who's a predator and who's not. I want to say that we might be dealing with somebody who really had been through something fairly traumatizing. And even though they're good now, there's just that little bit of like, I want to know that something's safe before I just put myself right out there into the open. And I think that this is really good, because I think that this King of Wands senses all of that. They sense all of it. Tell me a little bit more about this character. This character who says, I don't want an ex back. I'm all done. The Chariot and the Star. Oh my gosh. Even if this person had been a little shy, I think it's because this person wants someone of high quality or no one. I think that's what the whole octopus tentacle thing is about. It's like, I've been shy because unless I see someone that I feel is trustworthy, I don't want to offer anything. And I just haven't spotted that yet. So it's not so much maybe even shy as it is, they know what they're looking for. When they find what they're looking for, this person is actually very fun loving. This person is actually super, it's weird because I feel like this character is more attuned to whatever storyline they come across, where they feel guided to it and they feel like, I don't know why, I just know that this is where I was meant to end up. I'll know it when I see it, and then I won't doubt it either. I feel like this person has perhaps changed a lot in their world. I mean, this, because she has a car here and she's, driving out, across the night sky, and her license plate actually says cosmic. I feel like this character has said, I have been moving on and I'm ready to really jump forward and move forward as soon as I can sense that this is correct. This is right. I feel like this person looks for, not looks for, but is aware of when everything comes together at just the right moment, at just the right time, at just the right place. And then they don't doubt it. They go for it. I don't feel like this person is like, oh, I'm so timid, so scared. I was hurt. And so now I don't trust anyone. That's not the vibe that I'm getting, because this is like, with the word cosmic and then with the star card, and we see this, the North Star, and we see this, gorgeous, powerful imagery associated with, I mean, look at how strong she is, right? Look at how gorgeous she is. This is the star card. This is the universe. I will absolutely move right toward that abundance. I'm ready for that abundance. It's just that I hadn't seen the right person yet. So I was content to still kind of hold back in the shadows a little till I see what it is. I know I intuitively feel guided to move toward, till I'm like, oh, that is the gift that the universe has dropped into my life. This is my person. This is what I've been looking for. And then I don't think that this person is shy. When they trust, they're all in. It's just this person has learned. It's like you've learned how, especially getting over the idea of an ex ever returning. That's a major thing to let go of, right? And then to move forward into the sunlight and say, oh my gosh, I feel so good now. And I've been given to myself and I feel good about that too. And I don't want anything to mess it up unless it's the right person. And I'm a lot more maybe attuned now to what, to what I'm looking for. Who do I want? Well, I want someone who is probably everything I've asked for. Somebody who is interested in who I am, someone that I want to really get to know at a deeper level, someone who's as intuitive as I am. Well, that King of Wands has been crazy intuitive through this whole thing, so it's a pretty darn good match right out of the gate is what it looks like to me. But it's just interesting because they seem to be reading her cues really, really well, and she has been waiting for someone who can do that. Not like, oh, I want them to understand me without me saying anything. It's not like a game. It's more like, wow, we're on a wavelength where, just like I thought, I'll know them when I see them. When I feel like someone out there is like connecting with me, someone that I trust, someone that I want to get to know, I won't hold back. It's just I haven't seen that yet. And I feel like this King of Wands they're kind of understanding all of this. The one thing is that there has to be some, how do these two interact? How do they get to the point of like recognizing, okay, hold on. This is way too many cards. I'm not going to take any of them just because it's so many. In fact, let me put all these back in order there. How do these two interact? How do they come together? Or action of coins? Well, with a whole new world, with a whole new opportunity. Again, check out the olive branch here. There's something about the way these two meet. Could be outdoors. The way these two meet could be in a situation where it's like, I would say it's very public just because we see the entire world here. I feel like this is it starts out as a friendship, an interaction that doesn't have, we got an Ace of Swords in the reverse, but the Nurturer of Swords in the reverse, and we have the Nurturer of Cups in the reverse. I kind of want to say this. There's not, this is really strange, but okay, so she's in the reverse. This would be a Queen of Swords in the reverse, which is usually when she's pissed off. And it's just weird because I don't know if, I feel like this is still the King of Wands. This King of Wands is Nurturer of Cups. I feel like they're in this really benevolent, kind energy because it's actually feminine energy, even though we see it as a masculine here. I feel like she's in a tough position or having a really rough day or something here where it's like she's either stuck. I don't know if somebody's got like a flat tire and this person comes up and helps them out and she's just having a crap day. By the way, I almost cussed again. Don't know what it is with my potty mouth tonight. But and I just feel like, because this is like a blockage, this is not being able to do something, this is not getting the right words out. This doesn't begin on like a really good note yet. This person feels really like maybe protective, sensitive, compassionate toward her, and she is not in a good mood. So I think that this is an intriguing story because I'm like, wait, what? They meet her at a moment when it's not a good moment is what it looks like, and yet they're feeling very benevolent, so she must not be mad at them. We got a Four of Cups, we have the Hermit, and we have the Mastery of Coins. It's interesting because I think that almost right out of the gate, if anything, I think she walks away going, gosh, they were so nice to me. That was such a difficult moment. I wish that I had talked to them more. Why didn't I say more? I wish that I had, expressed more gratitude, or I wish that I had been, not in that vibe when I met them. Like this could be, whatever. You're on the cell phone walking through the grocery store, an open air market or whatever. And it's like, you're having a bad day, having a bad conversation, and, you drop your stuff and somebody helps you pick it up. And instead of being like, oh, thank you so much, it's just kind of like a nod. And then you're on your way and you're like, why was I should have said more to that person. Like they were so nice. Because this is a regret that I didn't talk to them more. I should have. It's almost like she wants to then open up to this person because they showed her a moment of like something really sweet during a moment when I don't think she was having a very sweet moment. I don't think like that's what it looks like to me. And here we've got the Mastery of Cups. This would be the King of Cups. They put the feminine on this. And again, you notice how we have all of the tentacles. To me, I'm reading this as, because of the way this is all played out, I think she has a little regret that she wasn't in her best mood during a moment when she met them. And that is something where she now feels like, I think I need to go ahead and kind of reach out to them a little bit. She may open up the doorways a little bit so she can communicate with them or let them know. We got an Ace of Coins in the reverse, Ace of Wands in the reverse, the Hanged Man in the reverse, and the Tower in the reverse. She doesn't want to, it's so interesting because she doesn't want to come on like, oh so strong. And I think if anything, she's still a little bit guarded. Like, look, just because that person showed me some kindness and I feel like a total jerk that I wasn't like very reciprocal the day that I saw them, and I wish that I had said more. I wish I had been, let them know that I appreciated them, I admired them, or whatever it was. She noticed that King of Wands for sure. And it's like, I wish that I had said a little more. Okay, next time I get the chance to see them, I'm going to say a little bit more. But I don't want to assume that, oh, this is going to be this awesome person and this is supposed to be my great love. I don't want to set myself up for any disappointment. But I do feel like this person showed me some kind of kindness that I haven't seen in a long time. And I don't want to let this go. And it's like she feels a bit of an urgency. Like, if I don't somehow reach out to them a little bit, I feel like I'm going to miss my chance to communicate with them. And I don't want this. This person is interesting to me. This person makes me feel like they were nice or something like that, something that I'm looking for. And yet, if I don't reach out to them now, I feel like I could lose a chance to get to know this person. And I think this is maybe the first person she's wanted to get to know in a really long time. That's what this looks like to me. I don't know. Let's get one final card on their side. I kind of dig this. Temperance. Well, they're much more patient than what she may know, because they seem to be very calm, cool, and collected. And there's that King of Pentacles. They have more of her figured out than what she realizes. They have, they're much more stable also. If they're interested, because she caught their eye, remember, they already said, how on earth are you not married? Something must have gone horribly wrong for you to be available. Like, that's what this person's thoughts are. And because they've already had those thoughts, they're like, okay, there's more to your story, which means there's more to you. And I'm okay taking a little time to get to know you. It's very nice that they don't think that she was like in a bad mood and they're going to have a fleeting thought where they vaguely think of her and then never again. This person, this King of Wands, is already in that vibe of like, they're already interested. They've already kind of like seen some future plans here. She's thinking, if I don't correct something, I'm sure that they'll forget I even exist. And that'll be my punishment, that I wasn't in the headspace to be kinder or have more conversation with them when I had that opportunity. She still is probably in the mindset of, especially if she had a storyline where she had an ex who then didn't stay interested or something and went with someone else, she could think, well, it's impossible to hold anybody's interest in today's world. So it's like, if you miss an opportunity, it's like, oh, well, whatever, they'll immediately go find somebody else. She might be primed for that thought process. That's only because she hasn't dealt with somebody that was like a really freaking amazing person, because that's not how this person operates, right? This person is amazing. This person is someone who sees someone of value, is interested in them, is thinking about them, is piecing together the storyline that they can kind of intuitively see what her situation probably was. And they already know. Look at this card, right? This is like, I don't know if they've already like had a dream or they already somehow just intuitively said, wow, I think she's what I've been looking for. I know she's what I've been looking for. And I know with the Judgment card, this is like, maybe they even go, and I'm what she's been looking for, even though she may not know it yet. It's funny because I feel like this King of Wands has a premonition right out of the gate. That's my person. I don't know her. I don't know what's going on with her. I can pretty much piece it together, and somehow I pretty much think I'm right. We will end up connecting again, because this is us having communication again. It's like they can feel her thinking of them as well. This is an interesting story, because it almost, even though we don't have any, Two of Cups or anything coming out, this is a new romance that actually starts with a powerful energetic connection that is like the intuition and the energy vibes, interwoven energy that we would normally see if we were talking about things like soulmate energy. But we didn't actually have cards that came out that said if this was a soulmate or if this was a twin flame, which I like that we didn't, because it doesn't put the pressure on this to be like, oh, well, this is their twin flame. This is the person they were meant to be with. This is more like, we're not attaching labels to it. Instead, I think that this is better because it doesn't have labels. It's better because it's more realistic. It's better because I would say it's much more romantic, but less romanticized, meaning it seems more, I don't know, this feels more like legitimate, that this could really grow, because this is two people that have an interest in each other for no reason other than I'm drawn to you. We can figure out what that means as we go forward, but I feel you, I think of you, and I want to figure out what your story is, and I want us to have some chance to interact. So that's what we got on this one. All right, you guys, I'm going to end this one here. It always gets so long. I was going to try to keep this real short tonight. Thank you guys. Sorry about the late night posts lately. It's just been very busy time for me. And then today, I frankly didn't know if I'd get any out today, just because I've been coughing earlier today so much, but it's settled down a little bit. And so, yeah, I'll see you guys again at midnight to put out the today's topic video. And then tomorrow I'll see you for quite a few different videos. Okay. Bye, everyone.